Okay, we'll get back to our top 12 driver media availability, and joining us right now is Carl Edwards. He drives the number 99 Aflac Ford for Roush Fenway Racing, currently second in points. Carl, you just completed a test session out there in the Sprint Cup Series car. Talk about your impressions racing back here at Kentucky Speedway.
It's going to be a good race. The Cup cars are a lot of fun to drive around here. It's different than what I've done here before. It's kind of a different feeling to be here with the, two races in one weekend, and I think it's going to be good. I mean, just in the test session, we've seen the line move around 2 or 3 different lanes, so I think it's going to be a good race. It's a perfect place for these Cup cars, and the track has a lot of character. It's pretty slippery. There's bumps. It's taken rubber, so it's going to change quite a bit that way. I think it's good.
Okay, we'll take questions now for Carl. If you have one, raise your hand. We'll get you the wireless mic. We have Brittany, and we have Pat, and go ahead.
Hey, Carl, Melinda Adams, ESPN. Sort of along the same lines, Kentucky really fought hard to get the Cup Series here. Talk about how hard the fight was and how special it's going to be for the fans and for the drivers.
I don't know all the details, but I know that, I've been coming here for, I guess, 7, maybe 9 years now with the Truck Series, something like that, 9 years or so. And every time I come here, a number of fans, they always ask, when are the Cup cars coming? When are we going to get a Cup race? It's a big deal to the fans here. And I don't know what happened behind closed doors to get all this done, but I think it's a perfect place for us to be racing. The fans here seem to be very excited about the race, and it feels a lot like going to Iowa. With just a lot of people around here understand stock car racing. They like it, and it's just cool that we're here doing it in the Cup Series.
Let's go over here to Steve.
Steve Richards of PR. And Carl, can you talk about winning an inaugural race, on how special that would be? I don't know if you've won one before in Cup or Nationwide, but how special would it be to win a first race?
This is going to be a big race to win. When they throw that green flag, there's going to be a lot of energy here. There's going to be a lot of really excited fans, and it's right now. It feels like it's kind of a novelty event. I mean, we're all kind of, there's a little buzz in the air. Everybody's kind of excited to be here. We're real excited to be here, but it's kind of in a different way. It feels a little different. So the first time you come to a track is special, and everybody's going to be learning as much as they can this first race, but somebody's going to figure it out quicker than everyone else and win the race, and there's pride in that, to be the guy that wins an inaugural event. I don't think I've won one. I don't know. I know it's fun though. It's fun to go to a new track with cars.
Let's stay right here with Mark, and then we'll come over here to Joe.
Carl, I'm Mark Story from the Lexington Herald-Leader. Didn't you do your first backflip here at this speedway?
Yes. Yeah. Well, it's my first NASCAR win, and that was huge. That was 2003, I guess, right? Is that correct? So, that was really, really neat. That changed a lot. I mean, it seems like a long, long time ago to be 2003, but I've won here in the Truck Series, and then we've had really good races. I think 1 or 2 wins in the Nationwide Series. We were really close in the Nationwide race the last time we were here, so it's been a really good track for me. I've struggled here too. I've had some really bad races. I think that's an example or evidence that this place is really hard. It's a difficult racetrack, so hopefully we're on the good end of it this week.
Let's go right here to Joe, and then we'll come to the fellow right here.
Joe Menzer, NASCAR.com. Well, Carl, so do you, everybody thinks Logano's got a big advantage here because he's gotten around here so well in the Nationwide. Yeah. Do you guys have much of an advantage, haven't been here before, over guys who haven't, or does this test today kind of equalize things, or is it just two different things?
I felt like I had an advantage the first 2 or 3 runs out there, and then it seemed like everybody figured it out. So I think and that's the other thing. The Nationwide cars drive so much differently. The Cup cars are off of the throttle. The front end of the car is loaded longer in the corner. The bumps feel different. The way you apply the throttle is different. So I thought there would be a bigger advantage, but it doesn't look like that's going to be the case. This test day kind of negated that advantage, I think.
Right here, the gentleman right here, Brittany.
Andy DeLay with Burning Rubber Radio. Carl, the fans have been asking me, what do the guys think of the new fuel injection? Have you had a chance to drive the car today? And what is your take on the new fuel injection for next year?
I don't know enough about the fuel injection to have a really strong opinion on it. I like whatever's simplest and most even, so Ricky Stenhouse, I think, has been running the fuel injection today, and it looks like it's really fast. So from what I can tell, it doesn't seem like the fuel injection is going to I don't think the fans are going to be able to tell a difference in the racing. They say the drivers won't be able to tell a difference in the cars. And, in the end, if it allows, Ford and the other manufacturers to develop stuff for cars that they produce for the road, then I think it's better. But I just haven't been around it enough yet. I haven't driven it yet.
Let's go right here to Nate and then over to Claire.
How many of you guys are your first time here? What do you guys think of it? I mean, from your perspective, is it? They got Skyline Chili.
Skyline Chili.
Yeah.
They got bluegrass here, too.
And they have a giant escalator over there, right, that goes...
3 of them. It's pretty exciting.
Go ahead, Nate.
Nate Ryan, USA
Pretty exciting,
Today.
huh?
Yeah, hey. I did the whole tour. It was cool.
Okay. All right, cool.
After Daytona, there was lots of talk about your physical condition and about what happened during that course of that race and about if you run a cool box. Could you maybe just address all that? How you felt after you got out of the race, and are you going to make any changes for the future in terms of to deal with what happened that night?
What happened was, the best I understand it, is the crush panel got knocked out, and whatever was going on back there aerodynamically was, it was pumping the exhaust fumes directly in the car. So that's the hottest I've ever been in my life by a big margin. And I drove around out there, and I didn't want to quit. I didn't want to come in and pull in just because I was getting hot there. And fortunately, it's got something in the car hot enough that the car started running badly, so I had an excuse to pull in. And once they put the crush panel back in, it was good. But we talked about it a little bit this week. If that were to happen, this weekend, we would have to fix it. I don't think the car or the driver could make it, for more than 30 minutes or something like that. I think things would be on fire. So it was pretty spectacular. It opened my eyes to how hot that things can be in those cars if you knock those crush panels out. Yeah, I think I don't know how many races I've run in, and I've never had that situation before. Not anything like it. If the hottest I'd ever been before the other night was, if you say maybe it's 140 degrees or something, it felt like it was 240 degrees. It was a whole different dimension of heat. So it got my attention, but I don't think any type of cool box or I don't think there's anything that could have battled that. It was. I remember thinking, wow, I'm glad I have gloves on, or my hands will be burning right now. It was that hot. It was not it wasn't like just some fumes or something. So we will try not to do that again.